What's a feeling you always try to create on the dance floor, no matter the venue?
Emotion, like pure emotion. Storytelling. I love the feeling of connection and a vibe that carries on throughout the entire night and when you go home as well, I think.
Has living in Berlin changed the way you make music?
I think the influence of Berlin definitely has had a huge impact on my production, my sound, my sets. The community there has also helped build what Moderna is now. Yeah, absolutely 100%. Berlin has a huge impact, as does Mexico.
What's one moment in your DJ career that genuinely surprised you?
Well, I think that there's been constant surprises. One that really stands out is during the pandemic, I was actually able to still play with a small community and be a part of this amazing experience because they were filming The Matrix 4 in Berlin, and we were all able to get tested together, and I was a part of that, by default. And that really surprised me that I was able to still do something that I love that so many people had to put on hold and put on pause. And it created a lot of amazing memories for me and friendships. And I think that was one thing that was very surprising during my career. And opening for Duran Duran was pretty awesome.
Amazing. When you're in the studio, what's the first element you usually build a track around?
My vocals, 100%, yeah. I usually always start with a vocal of mine that I've either recorded then or recorded years ago, but I always start with a vocal and then a kick and a snare and then go from there.
Great. What's something you've learned from collaborating with Theus Mago?
So much, so much. Working with Theus Mago has definitely been a huge impact on my career, especially in production. I was quite amateur when we met, and every time we got into the studio together, I always learned so much from him, whether it was patience or how to do arrangement or, kicks, the flow. It's everything, so much. Yeah.
What keeps you excited about the underground scene in 2026?
That it's still going. I mean, it's very significant and important that it continues, and this is something that I want to see go and go and go and go until forever. That's something, it's important.
Outside of music, what hobby or ritual fuels your creativity the most?
Well, I mean, even as much as I travel, I still love to go places, and I love to travel with my wife and create memories in different places. And I love to cook as well. With my wife, we like to entertain, and that's really important for us. And just overall, being grounded and connecting with our friends and our family, that's like super important to me.
Beautiful. If you could teleport to any club in the world right now just to play one track, where would you land and why?
I'm here, Topaz Deluxe. And this place is very special, and I'm glad to be here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now.
Awesome. What's one unexpected place, like a city, or could be any influence, like a movie, that recently inspired a new idea in your music, like maybe a new song creation?
I mean, it's funny because I get a lot of my ideas either on the plane or in the shower. And so I don't know if I'm like one of those people, when I'm at a place, I'm very inspired, but I'm not thinking of like what I'm gonna make out of it. A lot of my ideas come when I'm just sitting with no distractions. So yeah, it's usually like in the shower that I get like most of my vocal ideas and
That's
track
great.
ideas.
If you could give one piece of advice to early career Moderna, what would it be?
I think one piece of advice I would give myself is to don't be deterred, especially by social media, because it's definitely, it took a toll early on. And just, stay in your lane, do what you do, be proud of what you do, and you're doing a good job. I think that's one of them.
What's one unexpected place that inspired a song from your collection?
Well, I would definitely say and Roy in Mexico City, and that inspired Papa and Roy. And it's because I met a woman that went by the name Papa, and it was basically, the vocals and the lyrics were basically the story of the entire night and how it went. And that was definitely one of the first tracks that Mateo and I produced together, that and Dog is Calling You. And it's still to this day one of my favorite all-time tracks, and it's very special to me. And rest in peace, Papa.
Amazing. And I want to add one personal song.
Yeah.
My favorite song, and I actually have to say it was one of the first songs I ever DJ'd, is Asesino Psicótico.
Sí.
Can you tell me a little bit about the creative process behind that song? And yeah, like the words, Asesino Psicótico, why was that?
So that was also produced around the same time as Papa and Roy and Dog is Calling You, and when Mateo and I first met in Mexico City. And it was such a fun time. We were just playing around in the studio, and I kept singing, to Psycho Killer, by the Talking Heads, and I was like, Mateo, I want to do something like similar to that, because it just was going over in my head. And then so I just started saying Asesino Psicótico. And then Hazme Famosa just came, and then we just went with it. And Mateo also like put his magic on it, and with the vocal effects. And then Miho did another edited version, which is also just an amazing track that I still play, and it does so well on the dance floor and the crowd. It's a great track.
Thank you. I love that
Yeah,
track.
thank you.
I love it. And one last also question that I want to know. I know you also have like a very visual expression of your project. What was first, like the idea about the visual idea, or the sound and the music gave birth to the visual manifestation?
I think a lot of Moderna did definitely have this aesthetic, this feel, kind of like this future indie, kind of like post-punk-ish, vibe. But I feel like the sound complemented it, and the sound definitely probably honed and came a little bit after like the visual aspect of Moderna, because I had to really find the sound, and it took a little bit more time. And the visual was me with this certain aesthetic, and so that, I think that definitely came first. But the sound had to mature and grow and be what Moderna is today. And I'm really proud of it and happy that this is what it is.
Yeah,
And thank you.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a great inspiration for a lot of us.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Gracias, Topaz.